Morning all. Been a good morning so far. I got fridges today, so I was up at 4, picked them up at 5. You can get 10-12 drops out of that job. It turned out to be 7, 2 of which were to the same place. 6 drops. It's now 10:30 and I've done my fridges, so now I've got a whole day's worth of running ahead of me. Life is good. So just while I'm in Oxford waiting for my next job, I'll just give you a little one on how I break down fuel. Now, the thing is, you can work it out as in sort of like miles per gallon, but then the fuel fills up in litres and you have to work out the litres and the gallons. I find the whole thing incredibly confusing. So what I do is this. I'm a very simple chap, really. What I do is this. I've filled the van up now. I've filled the van up a few times. I reckon on average to fill the van up is about 90 quid. But I get the VAT back on that. So when you take the VAT off it and the VAT is at 20%, call it £80. It's round about the £80 mark. Then what I've done is I look at the fuel gauge now. I'm going to show you the fuel gauge now. There's the fuel gauge there. Now you see that's that little one in the bottom corner. Now that is evenly divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. Okay, so 80 quid is 4 sections. So 80 divided by 4 is £20. £20, £20, £20, £20, or you've even got a little half mark there, that's a tenner. So each time it goes down, I call that a bar, that's a tenner. And I've also worked out that on an average run, I get 400 miles out of that. So if you work that one again, that's the halfway mark, that's 200 miles. So each one of these bars, each one of these bars is 100 miles. Or a half bar is 50 miles. So to do the maths on that simply, each one of these is like £80. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. It does 400 miles, 50, 100, 200, 300, 400. So the long and the short of it is this. I get around roughly 50 miles for a tenner. So that would then be 5 miles for £1 or 20p a mile. So that's kind of what you're looking at, but it's not that straightforward, of course, because you've got to take wear and tear into account with that one. You've got to take depreciation on the van. I mean, I figure my van costs me probably £20 a day cold. Every day, or £20, it's depreciating by £20 a day with the miles I'm putting on it and the fact that it's getting slightly older. So I work on my running costs every day I start. It's 20 quid. And then you've got your tax on top of that and all that kind of stuff. You've got to work that one out. Again, that's another thing altogether. But as far as fuel is concerned, I work on the theory that I can do a mile for about 25p. Try and, we're on the safe side. And, like 1 bar is 50 quid. So if I look at it and it says the job's going to be £100, I think, okay, that's £100. So that's going to be 20 quid. But it's a Luton van, hopefully get 120 a mile, so you quote them £120. They say yes, £20 of it's your diesel, £100 of it is yours. Less your wear and tear, less your tax, less your insurance, all that kind of stuff. That's the simple way of working it out. I mean, you can do all sorts of other ways as well with your insurance. I mean, you can divide it by 365, but you ain't going to work 365 days a year. I find the easiest thing to do is divide it by 12 and then divide that by 5. And that will give you a ballpark figure of how much your insurance is costing you per working day. Get a job on a Saturday, it's a boon. It's extra money, it's bunts. Rather than thinking, well, I'm doing this, this and this, and taking everything to the line all the time and then realising you're not. Because if you take everything to the line, when the clutch goes pop or something goes bang, you're going to come unstuck. So that's just the simple way I have of doing it. You can do it however you like. If you've got a different way, let me know. You've got the forum, you've got the comments, all that kind of stuff. In the meantime, it's a short one because it's 10:30 and I should be working. So good luck everybody out there. Spring is just around the corner. It was light about, I'd say we had some light round about 4 as I left the house, but by 4:30, certainly. So get out there, get trucking, take care, take money.